So this is a very interesting clip from Mark Shapiro, actually Billionaire, ballin'. He's gonna go over what he would do in a certain situation if he had $126,000. So I like this, react to it. I'm your favorite certified financial planner and kind of give you some cadence, credence, and information as he breaks it down. Because on Instagram, things are surface level, but on these YouTube streets, I'm giving you a breakdown of what he's saying and why and how it could really help you scale your finances. Before we get started, as always, like, subscribe, and share to our channel. In real life, I'm a certified financial planner, helping thousands of clients nationwide, but on these social media airways, we'll just give information. Hopefully this information will allow you to transform your finances through passive profits. You guys ready? Let go.
And you just wanna get paid, tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Pay for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, pay for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Been check to check, you knowing it could be different.
To ask you
why my nuts are so cold? Because it's cold here.
This month I made.
I don't know where they are, but it ain't like Miami, right? I'm in Florida, in Jacksonville to be specific. It was cold a few weeks ago, so that's funny.
$126,000 straight from TikTok.
Nice.
Ooh, $126,000. Well, first and foremost, right? The average American household income is $83,000, right? Now, of course, we have our half and our half nots, but think about that. He made in 1 month $126,000. Now, we don't know, how much was after expenses. We don't know if this is gross or net. I'm pretty sure it's gross. We don't know expenses, right? People run these challenges. I ran a challenge. Now, one challenge I did made almost 100 grand, but I didn't make 100 grand after expenses and Facebook ads and things of that nature. But still, $126,000 in 1 month. Get to the bag, my brother.
Can I get a loan?
Yes, you can.
Nice.
And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about, because first off, I'm going to use the $26,000 to put towards my monthly expenses.
Okay, so that's good right there, right? $126,000 towards expenses. Now, we always talk about the 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule. So the first 50%, right? For every $100 after we tithe. But the first $100, $50 should go towards needs, right? Bills, debt, mortgage, rent, car payment, things that you need to live on. Not once, not going door dashing, but your actual needs. And out that 50% from a grocery standpoint, do not buy groceries. Don't buy and cook food. Get you either a chef, yes, a chef, or a meal plan, because 32% of groceries get thrown away. So if you spend $1,000 on groceries, you're throwing away $320. Get you either a chef or meal plan so that prepared, it ain't no spoilage, it's there. So that's 50%. The other 30%, that's once. Going out to eat, going to a concert, going to a play, season tickets, going to a football, basketball game. Those are things that you want but don't need. And the other 20%, that should go towards taxes and savings. For this person, seems like he's a creator, so taxes aren't being taken out. So we know y'all scrambling at the end of the year come tax time like right now. So having that money put in from a savings and taxes standpoint, once your taxes are paid, or if you have a tax strategist like myself, you end up not paying taxes, then you can use that money to invest into your business or invest into passive income properties or stocks through your IRA. Is it just me, or is that you're working hard, but you're not seeing the financial results that you want? We're clocking in, we're clocking out, we have the income, we're making the money, but our wealth is not growing like we wanted to. Well, my friends, it's not your fault. You know why? Because we're never taught how money works. We're taught how to spend it, but we're not taught how to leverage the money that we're making right now to build wealth. Now, wealth, it comes in all different shapes and sizes. The question is, how much wealth do you want for you and your family? But the best part about it is help us on the way. Join us during our 5-day mentorship, where you learn how to structure your money, reduce your tax liability, increase your net worth, and build wealth. We'll show you how to go from a wealth builder to a wealth strategist to a wealth creator, and leaving that long-lasting legacy to your family. Click the link below and join us on our 5-day mentorship, where we'll help you accelerate your wealth. Now back to the episode.
I want to invest the other $100,000 into something. So if you were in my position right now, what would you put that $100,000 into?
Wow, that's really a hard question.
That is a hard question. I mean, most individuals, they blow it. So it's also that he wants to invest the money. He's looking for knowledge. And this where comes the mentorship, right? I don't know if this is just an interview or this is a mentorship going on, but you want to learn from other people's mistakes, and you do that through mentorship. He could have easily said, I made all this money, I can make it all again the next month. Let me kind of just do things. But since he's actually leaning in, taking information, now it's one thing to take information, it's another thing to execute the information. But that's why paid mentorship, in my opinion, is so important, because you pay attention when you pay, right? If he just does this interview, the person tells him what to do, okay, fine, he does it, off. But if he does the interview and the person says, hey, give me 10,000 per se, just making up a number. Hey, give me $10,000 of you this information, and I'm going to check in with you, I'm going to mentor you over the next few months to make sure that you execute the information. Then, since money came out of your pocket and you gave it to somebody, same information, but since now it's a transaction, you're going to take that information more. You're going to try to execute more because you want to get your 10,000 back, but then you want to get a return on your investment, ROI. That's why I say the real ROI is relationships over independence, not return on investment. So, great question, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great answer, but mentorship goes a long way to helping you execute on the questions that you ask.
Should I hesitate? Real estate. Motherfucking real estate.
Real estate, real estate, real estate. So we love stocks. 80% of what we do is from a stock standpoint. That's how I grew my practice. That's how I grew my wealth. So we love stocks. But real estate gives you the finite opportunity with less money to buy more things, but also it allows you to use the tax code to your full advantage. So we take the cash flow of real estate to buy stocks, which we'll talk about here shortly if it gets to it. But yes, real estate is the key, especially if it's your first big investment.
Bro. And you need to learn how to buy it so that you're not using that whole $100,000.
Leverage, leverage, leverage. We talk about it all the time. OPM, other people's money. And real estate gives you the ability to do something that other investments don't. And you're asking, what is that exactly? Well, let's say I have $100,000 and I want to buy stock, right? In order to buy $100,000 worth of stock, I got to use all $100,000. Well, with real estate, I can get a loan. I can even get credit cards and buy things with that credit card from a house standpoint, right? Using manufactured spending. So let's say out of $100,000, I have a $10,000 credit card. That $10,000 I take cash off of, I'm able to buy that $100,000 piece of property. So I've only spent $10,000, but I bought $100,000 on something, right? And so then, yes, as it grows, then my money's growing. I didn't put any money on the end. I just got to pay a monthly mortgage on a month-to-month basis. Well, if it's giving me, let's say $2,000 a month, and my mortgage is $800 a month, I'm paying $800, I'm getting back $2,000. So I'm making money on my really $10,000 I put in. Compared to stocks, I can't do that, right? So that is why OPM, other people's money, is so important. Never recommend cash. And I tell my clients, I apologize to them because me practicing now for 19 years, since 2007, for the first 11 years, I was a Dave Ramsey smart investor. I talked about how debt is bad. Pay off things, don't use things with debt. Crazy. Now, it's good debt and bad debt, but if you utilize debt the right way, it can scale your finances and you can make a lot of money. You could be this millionaire on paper and not have $1 million out your pocket to do so. Are you like the 83% of Americans who want to get a trust, who want to get a will, want to get a power of attorney, but you don't have one? Well, you are not alone, because 22% of Americans have one. That means 1 out of every 4 families have a trust, a will, and a power of attorney. Which bracket are you in? 1 out of 4 or 3 out of 4? It's okay, because we have the Relax Estate, a fully automated AI platform that allows you to create a trust, a will, and a power of attorney all at the fingertips. And if you are an insurance agent, tax professional, financial advisor, notary, or in any business profession, you can even white label this to your clients. You grow your business, you help your clients, everybody wins. Visit our website, www.therelaxedestate.com. Right here, therelaxedestate.com, and you can create a trust for your family, or if you're a business owner, want to use it to scale your business and help your clients, you can do that as well. Now back to this wonderful episode.
That $100,000 should be put away, and you're going to use the money that you put away to be able to show your lenders that you actually have the capital.
Ah, very smart, right? Because from a lending standpoint, they look at two things, right? Asset, so the value of that property that you're going to buy. They look at cash flow. And they also look at money coming in and going out. That's why we recommend that you have, as a business owner, 3 bank accounts, LLC. And if you're an S corp, 4 bank accounts. First is income, second, expenses, third, payroll, fourth, taxes and savings. So they look to see from a bank statement how much was coming in. Boom, they see that. Expenses wise, look at your P&L. Your P&L is linked to your bookkeeper. The reason why I don't like to have my expenses and my income all in one, because they can see actually what you're spending your money on. They might say, I don't like you going to Amazon. I don't like you going to Shein, right? So they can still see you're spending money through your P&L, but they don't see what you're actually spending money on. Message. But yes, having that so the banks know, hey, he or she has $100,000, that goes a long way of them saying yes.
And you should use all the different loan programs that give you maximum leverage. And
you see, leverage, leverage, leverage. Wealth was not built on money out your pocket. It's built on other people's money. The big companies, NVIDIA, Procter & Gamble, you think they buy things with cash? They all buy things using debt. You use debt to scale. You use money to stay where you are.
Do you own a piece of real estate?
I do rental arbitrage with the Airbnb, so I have 7 of them currently.
But you should.
Ooh, rental arbitrage, right? So you're probably thinking, what is rental arbitrage? Let me break that down. So arbitrage is when you rent out something when you actually don't own it, right? And shout out to J.D. Jenkins, right? A person that has mastered the game of Airbnb and Airbnb arbitrage. So let's say you want something in Miami and you want to Airbnb it out, but you don't want to buy it, right? You can actually rent it out. So you get a lease on something. So let's say the condo was $4,000. You can actually lease that condo, right? So you actually don't own it. You're leasing it out. And then you can Airbnb it out. So you don't actually have to own a property to Airbnb it out. You can actually rent it like you're renting an apartment and they're Airbnb it out. Now, of course, you got to talk to the owner, right? It is some things you got to do. You can't just do it, right? You need some insurances and things of that nature. But that's exactly how we use Airbnb arbitrage.
What you should be doing is you should be looking in some of these areas that are regentrifying in Miami and finding yourself something that's either
Ha ha ha. I know I'm stopping and starting you guys, so I'm just giving you guys way good information, right? So something also to look at, maybe not in Miami, but like the outskirts of Miami, maybe 45, 60 minutes away, is opportunity zones, right? QOF, a qualified opportunity zone. So you're like, what is that? Where qualified opportunity zone allows you to buy property in a dilapidated area or that's going through gentrification, right? Or in a rural area. The IRS says that you get to buy that property. If you buy it, it's a tax deduction. So boom, it's a tax deduction. Then as long as you do remodeling to it, that is at or above the purchase price minus depreciation, then you're able to then defer from a gain standpoint as well going forward. So let's say the property dilapidated worth 80 grand, right? And after depreciation and cost basis, we're really in 65 grand. We paid 80, but after write-offs, things of that nature, the basis is 65,000. IRS says in 18 months, as long as you put in $65,000 in this property, either in cash or in loan, but you're remodeling for 65,000 or more, we're going to defer taxes even longer. So now if you hold this property for 10 years, you're getting cash for 10 years, your cash out refi, you're refinancing it, right? You're taking money out, getting loans against it, things of that nature, as long as you don't sell it. After that 10-year time period, whenever you sell it, you never pay taxes on it. So theoretically speaking, we buy something by Miami or 45 minutes away, and now 10 years ago, we put in 80 grand and that was worth $800,000 because you know how real estate is. We can sell it and not pay taxes on that $720,000 gain. You think about 15% tax bracket. That is $111,000. of taxes we don't pay by buying something in the rural area, fixing it up, and just renting it out and cash out refi. That, my friends, is a qualified opportunity zone, something that you should look at for sure. Join us in our school community as we have modules, classes, courses to go from a taxpayer to a wealth builder. How to use our cliff, dip, bear strategy to do better with your investments. How to acquire businesses and how to use your retirement plan to grow and not pay taxes. What? I can have a retirement plan grow and not pay taxes? Yes, your IRA or even your 401k at your employer. This and other things we focus on in our school community, the Relax Investor. And guess what? You get 7 days, free access, and you get our weekly coaching calls every Wednesday. You and hundreds of people ask questions to 6, 7, 8, and even 9-figure business owners that tell you how they created their business, how they run their business, and how their finances is as smooth as it can be. So click the link below and join us in our Relax Investor Academy to help you scale your finances.
Duplex, a triplex, and a fourplex. In Dade County, you can borrow up to $1,192,000 for 4 units through FHA. That's the FHA First-Time Home Buyers Program. Doesn't mean you have to be a first-time home buyer.
Wow, that is dope information, right? So that means you can buy $1 million property. It is a quadplex, first-time home buyer, even though it's not your first time buying that property. So you think about in Miami, rent's going to be about at least $3,000. So 3,004 units, that is $12,000, right? Now the mortgage on $1 million is going to be about $6,000. But I make 12, I get 6. That's $6,000 that's coming to me. I recommend by doing that, then we actually do an extra 10% towards the mortgage. So that 6,000 is 12,000, right? Mortgage is 6,000. So 6,000 out to 12, we're paying down our mortgage. But take another $600 and use that actually towards the mortgage as well. Because historically on a 30-year mortgage, if you pay 10% a year, you drop that mortgage down from 30 years to 21 years. That is huge, you guys. And then of course, with the rest of the money, we recommend invest that. That's the part to invest because we love stocks. Open up a brokerage account. Cool thing about a brokerage account is that you can put money in. Great. I would say do index funds with this portion, not stocks because stocks are more riskier, to index funds. And then in a year, that should be about $50,000 where you can borrow against those index funds, right? So on $50,000, you don't sell them, but you can borrow against it. It's a tax deduction because it's through the business. So then we take that money we borrowed plus the tax deductions because we did a cost segregation study with the real estate, right? We're able to, on that $1 million property, you can deduct about 80%, in this case, $800,000 by doing a cost segregation study. You get the depreciation over 5 years. So 800,000 over 5 years. Oh, the math on that. That is amazing. That's $160,000 a year for 5 years of tax deductions. So that refund you're going to get, plus taking that loan against your investments, allows you to buy another property. And then next year, buy another property. Now in 5 years, you've bought 5 properties and you haven't used your money. That's how you do it, my friends.
And you can get 96.5% financing. So if you bought $1 million property, you'd be putting down $30K to buy that $1 million property.
Man, you're telling me in Miami where it's going crazy and I don't think real estate's going to go down. Now they might have some flooding, but I don't think real estate's going to go down. You're able to buy $1 million property that's giving you cash flow wise about $12,000 a month. And you're only going to put $30,000 down for it. Literally, why I said earlier, real estate's the biggest bang for your buck because I put down $30,000. And from a cash flow standpoint, within about 4 months, I get back the 30 I put in. So now I had original investment of 30,000, right? I've gotten back 36,000. And now with the 12,000 I'm getting every single time, it's servicing my debt. And I got extra money to do other things with. That's why real estate, when we first start investing, should be the first investment. Now, historically, stocks make more than real estate. So we want you to be in stocks. We want your money to grow in the stock market. But the first investment to have this ball rolling is in real estate.
I'm just going to ask you
why am I not just so?
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, there you have it, right? Combo with a billionaire. Great information. Salute to you. Mr. Shapiro, salute to you. It'd be interesting if that was just information or is it part of a paid mentorship. I don't know. You pay attention when you pay, just like right now. You're getting all this great information on YouTube. Are you going to execute? I don't know. But what if I was coaching you? What if I was your mentor and the same information I gave you, then you actually was going to execute on it because you pay attention when you pay, money left your pocket, tax deduction to me, and I coached you the same. So I found that out. I have one mentor I pay $55,000 a year, Myron Golden. Another mentor, him 500, pay 10,000. Other mentor, Herman Dosey, and other mentorships I paid. I've probably spent over $250,000 in mentorships through my career, and best decisions I made. And it's a tax deduction, so $250,000 out of the tax deductions, close to about 150. Anyways, though, that's great information. Conversation with Your Billionaire. Like, subscribe, and share to our channel, and comment below the information I gave. Surface level was it good information, and what other things on YouTube I'm gonna react to, because I'm gonna do more reaction videos, because you guys love me talking, but you also love me talking about real world situations that can help a person right then and there. In beautiful Jacksonville, let's make some painful promises together, y'all. Peace.